Your business is set up, your PMCs are hired. Now you are ready to bid on contracts, run missions, and save the world, or at least Iraq. It all begins with a monthly sequence of events in Warfighter PMC. You start acquisitions by deciding which PMCs to keep or fire at your discretion. Purchase new PMCs, gear, and licenses. Buy or adjust your office and compound enhancements. Adjust overhead amount to reflect your current status. Now you have to pay for what you own, which includes your office, compound, salaries for PMCs, and enhancements. Make the payments from your bank account for any card that has an overhead notation. You will need to shuffle the contract cards of the same year listed on your company card and deal them face up. Discard any contract cards that have terms extending beyond your campaign. You can only bid on contracts that fall within your capabilities. Once you have selected a contract, roll a die for every one of your competitors. For all competitors that equal or exceed the number on the contract, they will be bidding as well. If they all fail, you automatically win the contract. The bidding goes to the next round, where 1 is subtracted from the remaining competitors' die rolls. Only when all other competitors fail the roll will you win the contract. Keep in mind that contracts are reduced in value the longer the bidding continues. You can drop out at any time. If you win the contract, pull enough money counters to equal its value and place it on the card. Place the contract counter on the contract card and the number of weeks needed to complete the contract. If you complete it on time, you get the money. Allocate the PMCs and gear to each contract you have won and roll to see if there is an engagement. It happens at the beginning of each week. Remember that you can reallocate PMCs and gear at the beginning of each week. You must allocate 1 player soldier PMC to each team. If you fail to do so, you fail the mission. And if you fail to complete the contract, you lose the money and suffer from any additional issues according to the failure notes on the card. Roll a die for every threat on the contract. If you roll equal or less than the number stated, you will have an engagement. Draw a mission card from the deck and draw an objective that matches the mission. Collect the money counters as noted from the card equal to the engaged money on the contract card and place it into your account. This applies to every engagement for each contract for the week. Upon rolling the threat value of the contract or lower, you can resolve the mission as normal. If the result is higher, you pass on the mission and instead draw an escalation counter. All future threat rolls on a contract plus any rewards you receive will be modified by the number of escalation counters that are present. Until the terms of the contract is ended or you engage in a mission, the escalation counters will continue to accumulate. The escalation counters are discarded when you get a mission. Be sure before resolving a mission that you add the noted engagement money, escalation money, and reputation counters for your business. If the resource points of the soldier equals half or less compared to the hostile value of the mission card, you gain 1 reputation if the mission is successful. Overwatch soldiers are not counted toward the resource point limit. When drawing hostile cards, use the total resource point value of the mission card plus any escalation. This applies to any other cards that note the hostile value drawn from a location. It does not apply to resource point values of your PMCs. Once the mission is resolved, you can allocate the hero points noted on the mission cards to the PMCs that range from level 1 to level 5. Allocate all hero points when possible. This includes promoting PMCs up a level. Keep in mind that you cannot use hero points to promote PMCs above level 5. Failing to complete a mission means you fail the contract. Discard the contract and the bid money counters. Repeat all steps for each contract and resolve all missions as normal. Once completed, you can advance the contract counters by 1 space along the track. When all missions on a contract are completed, you have completed the contract. Collect the bid money counters and put them into your bank account. There may be other effects due to completion of the contract. They will be noted on the contract cards. Discard the contract card and all associated counters. It's not a business unless you're filling out paperwork, so you will need to do the following. Adjust the company's reputation and record the new value. Place reputation counters on the tactical display. Add 2 epic hostile cards and 1 legendary hostile to the hostile deck and reshuffle. Once the month is completed, advance the counter by a single space. All contracts not completed by the end of the month will carry over to next month. You start the cycle at the end of each month until you reach month 6. This will end the campaign. To determine victory at the end of the campaign, add up the money in your bank account and compare it to the victory chart. You can link 2 or more campaigns together starting as a sole proprietor. If you have enough money after the first campaign, you can start a partnership business. In future campaigns, you can upgrade to an LLC or corporation. If you want to keep the reputation points you have built from previous campaigns, that will cost you $100,000 each. PMCs may carry over as well, assuming that they are still alive. Warfighter Private Military Contractor allows you to create your own business while making the world, or at least Iraq, a safer place to be.